Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Mama Kendi Kitchen. Today I'm going to make vanilla cake. For those who are new, welcome. Watch other videos. Remember to subscribe. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back to support me. So I'll start by introducing the ingredients that I'm going to use. So I have self-raising flour. Once you use this, you don't have to add the baking powder. I have eggs. I have a caster sugar. You can use the normal sugar. There is no offense. And then we have the margarine. I have the vanilla essence. That's why it's known as a vanilla cake. And then this is a weighing machine. And then this is my glass bowl. I'll use a wooden spoon and whisk, but also you can use a hand mixer if you have, but I prefer, because it's just a small piece of cake, I'm just going to use a wooden spoon. So I'll weigh my ingredients first, and then I'll start by creaming the margarine and the sugar together until they turn color. So for exact measurements, I'm going to leave them at the description box so that you can try out my recipe. So my margarine is 500 grams. Also my sugar will be 500. Then my flour 1 kg. So I'm going to cream. That's known as the creaming method because I'll be creaming the sugar and then the margarine. So I'm going to cream until it turns color into white and then it becomes a bit lighter. So I've started creaming. So that's how you do your creaming until it turns color whitish. If possible, move one direction. Done with creaming. You see it has already turned color. Then it is a bit lighter. So I'm going to add my well beaten eggs. So I'll beat my eggs separate and then I'll add them into my butter. So add in your eggs, well beaten eggs. Then guys, when you are beating eggs, beat them on a separate bowl, because you find if you are using like 8 eggs, maybe the 8th one can be bad. So that's why you're supposed to beat them on a separate bowl. As you keep them in a different bowl, you whisk and then you add onto your mixture. So I'm going to add a little of a vanilla essence and then I will whisk. So you add in your vanilla essence. So up to here I've added eggs and vanilla essence. So I'm going to sieve my flour and then I'll fold in bit by bit. Make sure whenever you are baking a cake, your flour should be sieved so as to incorporate in there. And then if you're not using self-raising flour, for every 200 grams of flour, use 1 leavened teaspoon of baking powder. That's 1 kg of flour. So I'm going to sieve it and then I'll pour onto my butter little by little as I fold in. So this is what is known as folding in. Once you put your flour, you do like this. Sorry. As if you are cooking ugali. So now my mixture is ready. So I'm going to bake, but before that I have to put it in a greased baking tin so that it will not stick. So your mixture should be pouring. So using my pastry brush, I'm going to grease my tin. So you can see now I've dusted my tin with a bit of flour. The reason as why you grease your tin to ensure that your cake does not stick. So I'll pour my mixture inside here, 3/4. You're not supposed to whip because the cake will raise. So now I've poured. I want to level it first before I put it into the oven. Remember, you're supposed to preheat your oven first. Like this cake, it's very small, so 180 around 45 to 50 minutes it will be ready. So my oven is ready. Load your cake into the oven. Make sure it is at the center, because once it is at the center, itaiva juu na itaiva chini. And then ensure the rack is straight, so that the cake will raise properly. Another progress. After 30 minutes, it has cracked. I don't know what's the problem. I think it has an attitude, So my cake is ready. How can you tell that the cake is ready? Once you pierce with a knife, it comes out clean. That means your cake is ready. The other thing, the smell, the aroma, obviously it's sweet, and then the color, they should turn brown in color, and then they should leave a space. There should be a space between the tin and the cake. So as you can see, my cake has some cracks. I think the oven has the problem, or the cake has attitude, But once you follow the procedure properly, the weighing of ingredients, and you have set the right temperature, then it should not crack. And then guys, I've baked with the saucepan. There is no offense. Saucepan pia inaweza ingia kwa oven. So if you don't have a tin, you can use a saucepan. But me, I wanted a tin of the same size, which I don't have of the same size. So I had to use a saucepan so that I can make a small cake. And then I wanted them to be on the same level. I load them at once instead of waiting, so that's why I had to use a saucepan. So guys, thank you so much for watching out my recipe and trying them out. So we will ice this cake together. Bye bye till next video.